Hey, it's Barça here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Ferran Torres and why he still has a future at Barça and will even this season be important for Xavi. He's been one of Spain's brightest talents for a while now, but I feel like the footballing world has slowly started to forget about him when talking about the biggest talents in the world. And you might say, well, he's just not one of the biggest talents in the world, but believe me when I say he is. And in this video you're going to see exactly why. In the 2018-2019 season, Ferran Torres made his breakthrough at Valencia and became one of the most exciting players in Spain. That year and the year after he was crucial for Valencia, but his stats weren't actually that great. In 97 games he scored 9 goals and delivered 12 assists. So his productivity and finishing seemed to be his major weak points. When it came to positioning, link-up play and shooting from distance he was already close to a world-class level. And in the summer of 2020 it was therefore no surprise that a lot of clubs were interested in signing him. And eventually Man City did so, and Ferran Torres was going to play in the Premier League. A lot of young Spanish players tend to struggle when they go to a big English club, but Ferran Torres fitted very well at Man City under Guardiola, and even at one of the best teams in the world he got a good amount of playing time and was important for the citizens at the age of 21 already. Man City seemed to have a future star on their hands, but his time in England wouldn't last long, as during January and the season after Barcelona paid 55 million euros to get him back to Spain. Definitely a considerable amount of money for a young player, surely if you realize what kind of financial situation Barca found themselves in. At Man City he had scored 16 goals and given 4 assists in 43 games, which is not bad and it was an improvement compared to his Valencia stats. So now he was at Barcelona, and together with other signings like Aubameyang and Adama Traoré, he had to make sure Barcelona would finish on a Champions League spot in La Liga. And they definitely managed to do so. In the coming 2 months, Barcelona would be the best team in Spain and just destroy everything that came into their way. And in no time they were in second place in La Liga. Most people talk about Aubameyang, but Ferran Torres was as crucial in helping Barcelona to get back where they belong. Or almost where they belong. The first spot is where they really belong, of course. His link-up play in attack was great, he could create chances as well as put them in the back of the net, and he played with a lot of energy. The only 2 things that lacked were efficiency and consistency. In some games, like the one against Napoli at home, he missed too many big chances. And sometimes he had 2 great games but then failed again to perform really well in another one. And he got criticized quite a lot for this too. Eventually, I feel like after last season, people remembered his downsides more than his strong sides. They saw him as a young promising attacker who still needed to improve on his finishing, rather than an energetic young attacker who could already make the difference in big games. Cause in El Clasico for example he was great, and for Spain he has been great already too, especially in the big games. In the Nations League against Germany where they won 6-0 he scored a hat-trick, or in the semi-finals of the Nations League against Italy where he scored twice in a 1-2 win. I feel like his good performances get underrated a lot, cause he has got the ability to single-handedly make the difference. And since he's only 22 years of age, he's still got the time at Barca to improve at his finishing and consistency. And when he does, he'll become a really scary player. But this season, most of the playing time has gone to Rafinha, Dembélé and Lewandowski. Ferran Torres has never had more competition to deal with. And you cannot just play someone like Lewandowski out of the starting lineup. So fans have started to wonder whether Barcelona should even keep him. And what's more is that his confidence hasn't really gone up because of all this competition. So it seems like his career with Barca is at a make or break point this season. If he fails to have a real impact, I won't be surprised to see him leave next summer. But he won't fail to have a real impact, and here's why. Barcelona's season is long and everyone will have their chances. It's just a matter of seizing your opportunity. Ferran Torres realizes he's one of Spain's biggest talents. Barcelona has paid quite a big amount of money for him, he wants to succeed at this club and he's unhappy with the amount of minutes that he's getting at the moment. So he's got every reason to give it his all. And he won't crumble under the pressure, cause he's the type of player that turns up when he has to, against Real Madrid or Germany for example. He's a big game player that can manage pressure. So he will slowly but surely seize the opportunities that he gets and get in great form, up to the point that he will get more and more game time. And he perfectly fits in Xavi's system too. He's great at link-up play and combining with his fellow attackers, which is great for the dynamic football that Xavi wants to play. And I definitely see him improving at his consistency and finishing once he gets more minutes. So he still has the potential to become the new David Villa, like some people say. Since he's still only 22 years of age, I think people have to be patient with Ferran Torres and not criticize him too much for one bad game. He's got the talent to be one of the best attackers in the world. He's got the perfect profile for a Barca striker and he's the type of player that turns up in the big games. He can definitely still be of great importance for Barcelona and I hope he'll have a great impact this season. That was it for today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it and feel free to share your own opinion on Ferran Torres in the comments down below. Força Barça and have a good day.